Hey guys, it's Dr. Todd, and boy, this is already week 6. Hard to believe. This little session has gone so quickly. So this week, basically, we don't have any special videos. You watched the last video of Glenn, I hope you did, my interview with Glenn Powell. And so this week we have 2 readings. We have the reading from Glenn's book, and I'm asking you to read both chapters 10 and 11 in Glenn's book. And then in the Grudem Understanding Scripture one, I'm asking you to read and just kind of skim through chapters 15 and 16, which deal with Greek and Hebrew. And I just want to make a quick statement. This is an introductory class. It's Introduction to the Bible. And some of you have already taken biblical languages. Some of you will in the future, perhaps. At the same time, others of you probably won't ever. And I just want to, for those of you that feel like you're missing out on something, I just want to just take a moment and explain some things to you. I had to take, as I mentioned in a previous video, I had to take a lot of biblical languages in my seminary training. And I took more Greek than Hebrew just because that's kind of where I focused. But I got a lot of helps. This is the Kittle's Theological Dictionary of the New Testament. It's kind of considered the most authoritative set of study materials on New Testament Greek. It's kind of a mammoth 12-volume series. This is the Dictionary of New Testament Theology, 3-part. Now they've turned it into 4 parts by Colin Brown. Outstanding scholarship. This is a Greek and English interlinear. This is an analytical Greek lexicon, my Greek Testament here. Here I've got Theological Word Book of the Old Testament, 2-volume. I've got several Old Testament Hebrew versions of the Old Testament, and I have to be honest with you, I don't really use them that much at this point. I find that with the Bible study tools we have, with some of the great translations we have, for example, here's my ESV Bible, okay, that I mentioned is a word-for-word translation, and then I go over and I get one of my New International Version translations. I tell you, if I have these 2, or I use even some of my other translations, I really have access to the same kind of scholarship that are on all these books. So don't worry about it per se, but do glance through the 2 chapters in Understanding Scripture so that you have just a general sense of what it is about Greek and Hebrew and what have you. And then beyond that, your second reflection paper, the reflection paper on the Understanding Scripture, here it is, Understanding Scripture book is due this coming Sunday night, July 1st. I think it's 11:59 p.m. and it's Dallas time is what the timestamp on the computer counts. And so that's due this coming Sunday night. Your final paper will be due the last week of class. It'll be due when you do your final. So you have up until the final days of class to submit it. And I put a link in the lessons for that little short video I did here in my study talking about what I expect in the final paper. So that's really all there is. There's only going to be one discussion question, and there's going to be the readings from both books, this video you're watching, and then work on your reflection paper, and then start working on your final paper. The final exam will not be that hard, but I will give you a study sheet next week in preparation for it. And guys, I've just had a great time getting to know some of you. A number of you have emailed me personally, and we've talked. Some of you have called me, and we've talked on the phone. And it's just been a delight to get to know you guys. I would look forward to having you in another class and meeting some of you face to face. So God bless you guys, and just have a great week.